Like, I hate wasted potential.
Early to bed, early to rise, makes a man young, wealthy, and wise. So, guys, we're back. It's currently 4:45 a.m. I woke up at 4:30 today, and let's just say I'm feeling pretty fucking good today. Welcome back to 10x Talk, where I basically wake up really fucking early and just speak my thoughts and give you guys as much value as I can while staying as real and authentic as I can, right? And this video is basically, I'm gonna start it off with asking you, how bad do you actually want it? And when I say it, I basically mean, how bad do you want to achieve your goals and your dreams, your aspirations? And at the end of the day, your actions will speak your answer, right? You can say whatever you want. You can say, I want it so bad, but if your actions don't align with it, then it basically is meaningless. And a lot of people will say a lot, but they're they'll talk the talk, right? But they won't walk the walk. And I'm definitely not the type of person that does that. I'm rather a person that will walk the walk without talking the talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like speaking a bunch of shit, like speaking out, I'm gonna do this and this and this, especially if I haven't even done it yet. Bro, I don't like that trait when people talk about, I'm gonna do this and this and this, when they haven't even done it yet. I don't like that. So I'm the type of person to just go at it, and then if someone asks me about it, I'll tell them, but I won't. I rarely speak about it myself. I think that's also because a lot of people don't relate to me, because I am very different in a lot of ways, and I don't think most people recognize my mindset and how I really am. But I guess if you want to get different results, you got to be different, right? Don't be scared to be different. I think being different is actually better. I like being different. I definitely, when I think about like these moments, right? It's bro, it's literally 4:45 a.m. I'm out here. It's freezing. It's 30 degrees, meaning -1 Celsius. And bro, I am different. I am, bro. But I fucking embrace that shit, and I'm proud of that. So I've been working really fucking hard for the past 8 months now, and the truth is that people have been asking me, right, on my Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I post live updates there, my stories, my just so you get to know me more in depth, right? People ask me on Instagram all the time, hey, isn't it really hard? Does it get easier? Is it easier for me than it is for you to do all this work, to wake up at 4:30? And the truth is that it doesn't get easier. It's just that, bro, you get stronger. Because just like any muscle that you train in the gym, putting in the work also makes you gain that strength muscle, that mind strength, right? So for me today, right, the alarm went at 4:30, and I've clicked on snooze so many times. I've clicked on stop so many times, and I ended up going back to bed. But because I've done that so many times, and because I really didn't want to do that, and I pushed, even when I didn't feel like it, I'd end up waking up, I'd end up standing up and just getting the fuck up. Because I did that so many times, that muscle is strengthened in my mind. And because of that, I'm able to wake up early now with ease. Like, I don't struggle anymore. I got up, I was up, because that's just what I do, right? You have to become what you want to achieve, right? I just told you that's what I do. But what does that mean? What do you mean that's what I do? I think your identity and visualization and just self-work is game-changing, bro. If you know who you are and you know what you want to do, and you simply act out what the type of person that you want to be would do, then that's an easy way to achieve your goals. Because if I want to be the type of person that wakes up at 4:30 and does a bunch of work and records his videos at 4:30 in the morning, and then only eats clean and goes to the gym, if I simply act out those 4 things, guess what happens? I'm that person. Obviously, if you do it once, you're not gonna be that person. You have to do it over and over and over again. And that's the hard part, because that's where you're gonna end up failing every once in a while. And that's where you have to train that muscle. And that's where slowly you're gonna form and shape into that person that you wanna be. And that comfort that makes you, fail is the enemy of growth. Comfort is the enemy of growth, because a lot of people, I've heard this quote a lot on Instagram specifically, where people say, if you're not growing, you're dying. And I haven't really listened to someone talk about that quote, but I'm just going to give you guys my take on what I think that would be. I think if you're not growing, that means that time is going by where you're not progressing. And I think if time's going by and you're not progressing, that means you've lost time, but you're at the same level. So that would mean that you're stagnating, that you're declining, that you're dying, right? Your progress is dying because time has gone by, but you haven't gotten better. So I think that's what that quote means. And bro, it's honestly, it's so fucking cold, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's really cold. Yesterday I posted a video and my hands were freezing and my face was cold to the point where I'd start articulating less good because it was just freezing on my face. While, by the way, I just literally woke up like 15 minutes ago, so you can't ignore that fact. My mind is still a little foggy or whatever. It's not though. No, actually it's not. It's sharp, but you get what I'm saying with the speaking. Yeah. Discomfort is what you should be aiming for, and I think that kind of aligns with, if you're not willing to sacrifice for your dreams become the sacrifice. And I really resonate with that, because I have this idea with a friend of mine, the dream. You might have seen this on my channel banner. You might have seen this on my wall. You might have heard me talk about this. And my first coaching, or my first fitness product was the Dream Academy, which only a couple of you guys know, maybe a couple hundred. Excuse me. But if you're not willing to sacrifice for the dream, then the dream becomes a sacrifice. Excuse me. And that's literally that. If you don't work hard, and you don't relentlessly pursue and focus to turn your dreams into reality, then it's just not going to happen. You have to make sacrifices in order for your dreams to become reality. And otherwise, like I said, time's going to go by, but you're not going to be progressing. And then you're basically dying and you're letting that dream die. You don't need the motivation. It's something I've realized as well. And I think right now I'm in a position where I can give you guys some advice on being strong in your mind, because I've been putting in the work for so long and I feel like I'm really settling. I made this video yesterday that I think I'm actually locked in now, because I've been putting in the work for so long that I'm actually finally fully settled in. Like, I never procrastinate anymore. I never not do the work for my business. I think I've mastered doing the work, at least at the level that I'm at. And in order to get to that position where I'm at, because it feels pretty good to tell you guys that I'm actually at a position now where I basically never don't do the work. You have to just stop wishing. Stop wishing for it. Stop asking for it. Just start working, because every rep counts, right? Every fucking rep counts. Every time. I talked to someone yesterday who asked me, what's the way to, how do you master that skill? How do you master the skill of not doing the work anymore? And the best answer I gave him was that you just have to go through it, right? You have to go through it, bro. Because if you don't go through it, like, you have to build up the strength to go through it time after time after time, and that will make you so much stronger, because strength comes from that struggle. Every time you fail, it's a learning experience. Every time you fail and you quit, that's where you go wrong. But if you fail, you get up and you try it again. As long as you do that and you give that your all and you do it over and over again, eventually you come to a point where you realize, oh shit, I've mastered that skill. And it's gonna take months. It will take months. And I probably sped up the process because I went at it so much. But for most people, it might even take years. But it's so fucking worth it. And at the end of the day, you need to let your results speak, right? Because, like I said, your actions speak louder than your words. And I think my actions finally speak louder than my words. And also, I think this is a good thing to talk about. The way people look at you, right? A lot of you guys might, if you've been putting in the work for a while now, and you've been working for maybe a month, maybe two, maybe even for a couple of months, right? 6 months. For example, you've been training in a gym or training at home. A lot of people will kind of find it annoying that other people's perspectives of them haven't changed yet, while their perspective of themselves have changed. That's simply because people's perspectives of you have like a delayed reaction. It's delayed. While for yourself, it can basically be instantly. For example, if you start training 3 times a week, then your perception of yourself that you like training and that you're going to the gym and you're trying to improve yourself, that effect might take place after the first week. Because you feel driven, you get those feelings from the actions that you do. But other people's perception of you, first off, they don't see you all the time. They don't see you actually putting in that work, but they also don't feel the results that you got from those actions. So there's a couple of month delay. Like how I feel about myself now, that's not how people view me. That's how I view myself. That's the latest updated version of how I see myself this morning. But the people around me, even my parents, my closest friends, they have a slightly delayed version of me. Because in their mind, it hasn't updated yet. And that is most true for people whom you don't really hang out with, but just see you. Like, for example, maybe people in your school or at your work. Because they don't see you all the time. They just see you when you're in the situation that they're with you. And then it's going to take so long before that version of you right now gets updated to where they see you. And I think that I've really noticed that a lot, and that also shows when people, when you start with the gym, they kind of make fun of you a little bit because they don't see that new version of you yet. But eventually it'll catch up, and then you're probably already jacked to the point that they start seeing you as someone who goes to the gym. And at the end of the day, you have to just be so good that they can't really ignore you. You know what I'm saying? It draws me back to the fact that you should let your results speak for themselves. Some of you guys really need to shut up. Because a lot of you guys talk and talk and talk and talk. It's fucking bullshit, bro. You shouldn't talk so much. Stop talking. Just put your head down and work. Actually work on it. I don't like that trait. I don't like when people talk so much talk. Especially if you don't walk the walk. Back to the point. How bad do you want it? Do you have any idea how bad you actually want to achieve your goals? Do you know? Because I thought I really wanted my goals. I thought that like 4 or 5 months ago. But now I want it so much more. I want it so much more than I did six months ago. But I thought 6 months ago that I really wanted it. So maybe the version of you in 6 months wants your goals so much more. And guess what? You are the one reliable for those goals. You are the one that's reliable for achieving those goals. You are the one that's responsible for disappointing or not disappointing your future self. Or your family even. You are the one. You're in full control. You are in full control of the results that you get because you are responsible for all the results you get because everything you have done so far has led up to you being in the position that you're in. And what I'm telling you is basically trust yourself, and you know what you need to do. You know the work that you need to put in, right? So what I want you to do is make a list with the 3 most important things for you to do every single day to get you steps closer towards your goal, to get you to achieve your goal in the next couple of months. And I don't want you to set one big goal. I want you to set mini like checkpoints, right? For example, if you want to make 100K a month, level 1 is 1K. Level 2 might be 5K. Level 3, 10K, 30K, 40K, 50, 80, 100, right? And then above that, for the gym, if you want to bench 315, level 1 is 135. Then you get to, 200, 225. Then you get to 315. You don't start off with, if you can bench 135 right now, and your goal is 315, and that's the only goal you got, it's going to take so long. It's going to take years. And that's going to lead you to be unmotivated, and it's just going to feel so slow. But if your goal is 180, then you're going to get there pretty fast. And if it's 225, you're going to also, and then you crush the 180, and your next goal is 225. You have to like basically kill off the enemies, move on to the next one, instead of having the goal to kill everyone, right? Imagine there's an army of 10 guys in front of you. Focus on killing them one by one, and every person you kill is a goal that you've crushed, okay? I think that's a good way of looking at it, because that way you basically have these levels, instead of you training. If you're level 1 and you're training for level 100, then it's so vague. It's going to take so long, you don't actually know if you're going to pass the level 100. But if you build up level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, first off, it's going to be more fun. It's going to be more fun because you've got so many more levels. But also, you're going to probably achieve level 100 because you've had all this training to build up, and you stay consistent because it's just more fun and it's more realistic. It's going to happen, right? A good way I like to look at bad days and demotivation and just feeling bad is seeing it as a test from the world testing you. And it's basically like a how bad do you want it test. And if you pass, then guess what? You get stronger. You get rewarded with strength. You know when you wake up and you feel lazy, you feel demotivated, you feel just sluggish, and you feel bad, and you know when you don't feel like yourself, you know what I'm talking about, right? You just don't feel good, and you don't feel motivated. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to put in the work. You know you do. You know you need to, but you just really don't want it today for some reason. See it from now on. Believe and see it as a test. It is a test. The world is testing your strength. Okay? The next time you feel bad, you feel demotivated, and you just wake up like you're a different person, it is a test. The world is testing you, bro. So if you pass, you get more strength, and if you fail, you're slowly dying, because like we talked about, if you're not growing, you're dying. Never quit. Never quit. That's the worst option you can take. The worst option you can choose. Never quit. You give that test your all. And if your all is completing one of the 3 tasks, then that's good. Because instead of doing nothing, you built up the strength and the courage to do one. That's what it's about. I've heard about this system that a lot of people use where they divide the day up into 4 quarters. And I haven't used it because for me, I'm in a position now where, like I said, I'm so driven and I'm so locked in, excuse me, that I don't need a system like that. But this is how it works. Damn, what's going on? This is how it works. If you fuck up 1 quarter of the day, say it's morning, right? The first quarter is like 6 to 9 or something, or like 6 to 10. If you fuck up that first quarter and you end up sleeping through it, guess what? You've got 3 quarters left. And that way, you won't classify the day as a bad day. You simply classify it as how the quarters went. How was quarter 1 today? How was quarter 2? How was 3? You could fuck up quarter 1, and then be good on quarter 3, and then maybe quarter 2, and then fuck up quarter 3, and then be good on quarter 4, and then you've had half a good day instead of a bad day because you fucked up in the beginning. And I think that'll actually work for a lot of people. And I think a lot of people, when they start failing, they just kind of let it all crumble. But that's not something that you should do. I think that system, if you failing during the day will end you up just spiraling in that failure and end up failing even more. If that sounds relatable to you, then try out the quarter method, where you divide the day up in quarters. Damn, my face is freezing up. Where you divide the day up in quarters, so you can't fail the day. You can only fail 4 times per day. You know what I'm saying? You basically increase the probability of you winning by 4x, because you've got 4 chances now instead of 1, right? I actually think it's a really good system, even though I've never used it or had known someone use it. I've just seen it online a lot, but I've never heard someone speak about it. I'm pretty crazy, right? I'm talking to myself, basically. Well, I'm talking to you, but you're not actually sitting here behind this camera. I'm not actually talking to a person here. I'm sitting here at 5 a.m. now for 22 minutes talking to my camera. But I want to put in the work. I'm making my dreams reality, and I'm sacrificing now to make my dreams reality, because I don't want my dream to become a sacrifice. Are you going to do the same? Are you going to put in the work too? Join me, bro. Honestly, join me. DM me on Instagram. I like when people send me messages, especially when it's from my YouTube, because I know you're an actual real guy then. Like, I know you're surreal and serious about your self-improvement. Follow my Instagram. It's in the link in the description. And I don't know if you guys know, but I do fitness coaching. If you want me to fitness coach you, one-on-one mentorship, book a call in the description. Book a call with me, nothing serious. We're basically going to discuss making you a plan to get you jacked as fuck. Because, bro, I mean, check it out. Check it out, right? We got some abs. And check out my Instagram for more on that. Let you book a call with me one-on-one. And we're basically going to be talking like this. Imagine you were talking to me right now. We could go back and forth. And, yeah, bro, I love fitness coaching. I love doing what I do. I'm actually really passionate about it. And I'm so grateful that I'm in the position where that's what I do. Because I went all in on the gym 4 years ago, and it was my passion. It was really all I did. It was the reason I woke up, and the reason I'd have so much more fun during the day. And now I'm glad to learn other people's lessons that I've learned from that, and to actually change people's lives while doing that. Bro, that's so, honestly, so fulfilling. It is really fulfilling. So if you want to change your life and finally get jacked, finally get in shape, finally burn the fat, finally gain the weight, bro, book a call with me. And if you just want some advice, just some basic stuff, or you just want to talk to me, connect with me, DM me on Instagram. I think I'm gonna end off the video here. So I just wanted to repeat how I started this video. Early to bed, early to rise, makes a man young, wealthy, and wise. How bad do you want it, bro? Is your dream gonna become a sacrifice? Or are you gonna sacrifice for your dreams? Dreams don't work unless you do.